Today's parable of Jesus has a really good lesson for us, a really good, and then a pretty good side point. So let's get into it. Luke 12, starting in verse 35, it says, "Stay dressed for action and keep your lamps burning, and be like men who are waiting for their master to come home from the wedding feast, so that they may open the door to him at once when he comes and knocks. Blessed are those servants whom the master finds awake when he comes. Truly I say to you, he will dress himself for service, have them recline at table, and he will come and serve them. If he comes in the second watch or the third and finds them awake, blessed are those servants. But know this, that if the master of the house had known at what hour the thief was coming, he would not have left his house to be broken into. You must also be ready, for the Son of Man is coming at an hour you do not expect." Um, so, kind of the big push here. This is a parable that talks about the end of time. This parable, the master is Christ coming again, and it's encouraging us to be ready for that. Like, I'm recording this devotion on Monday, and it's going to get released on Thursday, and for all I know, no one's ever going to watch this devotion because Jesus might have come back in the span of those 3 days, right? And what this is encouraging us is, because we don't know when he's coming back, be ready. Be ready for it. And how, you may ask, well, how do we get ready for the end of the world, for Jesus coming again? How do we do that? Um, Remain in faith and do things to help you stay in. So, running with the example of the servants, what are some things, if you know that your master, or maybe a more helpful thing is, maybe you're picking up your boss at the airport and you want to be awake so that when he says we landed, you can get to the airport. Um, what you're going to do some things to help you stay awake. Like, we say staying awake is an easy enough thing, but maybe you're going to do something to help you stay awake. Maybe you're going to, I don't know, do a crossword puzzle, watch a show that's exciting and actiony. Uh, Maybe you're going to drink caffeine, or whatever your energy drink of choice is. A 5 Hour Energy works great, by the way, in case you're looking for one. Um, Also got a new pre-workout called Bucked Up, which I'm really appreciating. It's a kick in the pants right before you go to the gym. Beside the point, moving on, focus. Um, so the analog for our Christian life, how might we stay awake? Well, we do things to help us stay awake, like watching daily devotions, being in the Word, whatever that looks like for you. Um, Being in Christian community, having those people who can support us, who can nudge us if we start to fall asleep. Um, and then he brings up this point: if the master knew when the thief was coming, he wouldn't have left and let his house get broken into, right? The devil is at work in our world, in our lives, doing his best to pull us away from Christ. We don't know when those temptations are going to come. We don't know when he's going to hit us over the head with something that's going to make us question our faith. So we have to be ready for that, using those same things that I talked about earlier. And then the side note that I alluded to at the beginning of this devotion was, no one can know when no one knows the day or time he's coming. So anyone who says, I know exactly when the world's going to end, be really wary of them, because in my experience, which is more extensive than most, when people start saying that, when they say, oh, I know the timeline we're on, or I know when it's coming, or whatever, they generally have an agenda, and they're using that to get you to do what they want. So be careful with that, because Jesus is pretty explicit here. No one knows when it's coming, so just be ready. Um, so be ready. Be deeply rooted in your faith. Brothers and sisters, go in peace. Serve the Lord. Thanks be to God.